Hey YouTube. What the oh, my steering wheel was already down and I was driving like that the whole time. I literally didn't even notice. Alright guys. Yesterday was Native Foods. Today is Chipotle. I got large chips, my receipt, napkins, queso. Queso's warm too, which is really exciting. Because getting queso that's not warm is like legitimate trash. I'm gonna take my flannel off because who needs a flannel when you've got Chipotle? Honestly guys, today has been like I woke up at 4 in the morning, which is something that I often do. Honestly, there's people staring at me. That's never gonna change. Oh, that's good. But I woke up at 4 in the morning, just like crying and sobbing. I'm really feeling like I really felt like I wasn't awake when I had woke up. Before I continue, I got chicken bowl this time. Chicken was the freshest option. I find it funny how people just like stare at you. I'm happy that I'm not like a starer anymore. I'm just a stern looker, and then I instantly look away, then I never look back. But look at my bowl. Isn't it cute? I just dropped a tomato on my leg. But I woke up super emotional this morning about many things. It's really hard being a person that predicts the future. I'm just gonna say that. It is really hard. So chicken, fajita, extra double chicken. Because I want my protein. Fajita, mild salsa, hot salsa, corn, light cheese. I love Chipotle because they have like corn, which is my favorite. Their hot salsa is really good, and honestly one of my favorites. And I just dropped cheese on my car, whatever. And corn is my favorite, and rice is also my favorite. Also, I love fajitas and juicy ass meat. Like, they're really good at frying the meat. Like, Chipotle, I feel like never misses a beat with the meat. Literally. I'm sorry, y'all are getting hella blurry me. Is that better? Can y'all see me better? Sorry, it's really sunny today. My brain is like everywhere. Okay. I'm really excited. So, my morning started off really bad. Well, not really bad. I was just in a bad mood. Like, nothing was working. The PlayStation wasn't working. I wanted to play Sims. I got it to work. I was over playing Sims. Then I wanted to watch The Walking Dead. I started watching The Walking Dead. Too many bitches was dying. I'm getting sick. They were my favorite characters. So I had to stop watching that. And then I was just sitting there like really thinking about all my thoughts and stuff. And I've always been a person who leaves bad situations or situations that I deem unhealthy for me. Sometimes in doing that, well, most times, well, not most, I would say from my childhood leaving home experience, I would say that that was a situation that I wish I approached differently. Now having all the knowledge that I have and went through all the shit that I've went through, I do wish that I had approached the situation differently and really learned how to like actually use my voice. Realizing that also made me realize that most times, y'all, like if I care about somebody, they are meant to be cared about by me. And it's because I have the capacity to give them the care that they need. However, in me caring about them, I tend to like lose myself caring about other people. And I wish I just had that balance as I was younger. When I was younger and I was dealing with people that, you know, were friends, it was easy for me to have that balance, but not right away. It took a lot of times that people like really just treated me completely dirty for me to be like, wow, if I care nearly as much about myself as much as I care about y'all, like I wonder where I would be. I wonder how I would feel. But all of that to say is that having that mentality when I was younger, or grasping the mentality that, you know, people only care when it's convenient, made it hard for me to understand the people that actually cared when it wasn't just convenient. And a lot of that stems from the situation with my father, because my father really did care about me and he did a lot for me. He may not have been the nicest person, but he did everything he could do for me. And then some. And I'm really appreciative of that. But now that I understand that you don't base caring about somebody on, you know, if they're mentally stable or if they're right in the head or not. Like, you don't base care on that. You just care about people because you care. And that's a concept I had when I was younger. But the more I went through, the harder it was for me to accept that. And I just kind of wanted to not really give a fuck about anybody anymore. I just wanted to keep everybody at an arm's length, because if something happened, or if they let me down or I was disappointed, I will hold it against them to a certain extent. That's not right. especially being able to be the bigger person and just admitting off the front, like off tip, like, I care about you, you let me down, period. Not allowing people's first of all, I need to stop having, God, people would park right next to me when I was doing this. It's always an awkward time, but I guess if I'm gonna be doing this, I should just get used to other people being around me while I do it, instead of me like cringing at the fact that they are. Learn so much about myself every day. But yeah, and me learning that, I found that everybody has their thing. Like, not everybody is 100% perfect. And if you're going to choose to care about somebody, you should just care about them regardless. And that is having patience for them to grow and expand. And maybe the things that you don't like necessarily that they do, you know, people need to learn their own lessons. And people do get to that point. But I don't think it's fair to just like say you care about somebody and then completely just abandon them because they're not acting how you would want them to act. Or something that they do just really gets to you way more than I actually should. And I'm definitely that person because logic is everything. Like, if it's not logical, what? And if it's too logical, I'm all for the too logical points of life. Honestly. I really am. Because I can come up with like 7 scenarios on one situation and 7 different ways to make a situation better. And in me saying that, that is now where I have to, oh, they're eating lunch together as a family at the park. That's cute as fuck. So in me saying that, I now have to be that person where even if I understand something so good to the point to where, like, it irritates me that the other person can't understand it, that's when I need to activate my patience button and activate my caring button. Because I do be like, if you can't get this, I'm just done caring. Like, that is a part of my personality, and I don't want that. Especially now with being a mom. Like, you can't just give up on your kids when they don't get some shit. Like, you can't just expect your kids to not go through shit. Not learn their own lessons. Because life is life. At the end of the day. Life is life. Everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own things. And as people, it is important to be understanding of that, you know? And have patience. And just as important as it is to do that, you know, you never want to do it to a point where it's detrimental to yourself or puts you in a bad position. But you also don't want to hold on to things that don't even really concern you or involve you. Like, people have their own lives. Like, let them live their own life. And if you're around and you don't like something, just tell them. Tell them. Explaining your worries and your concerns are important. It should be more normal than not normal. I just really... Okay, so let me get back to the point of why I'm even saying all this. Because my day started off bad. Or I was in my fifis today. My hormones were acting up. My boyfriend couldn't get the day off of work to come to my first ultrasound appointment. And that made me like, it brought up feelings of things that I have felt that I don't think I've ever like actually paid attention to. Or do really have like, I have abandonment issues and I have acceptance issues. And sometimes I come up with an idea of how something should be, and then life happens and it kind of just disappoints me. And I have to not let things that are out of my control disappoint me, because if he could have been there, he would have been there, and that's just the end of it. I can see how like happy he was that I actually even asked him to go with me when I did ask him. So that's exciting. Instead of like me always thinking that somebody's like out to get me or somebody's like lying to me or something, I do need to like let down my wall of like trust. I have a very thin line and thick wall of trust, because trusting somebody is the most important thing to me. Like, I don't like to be lied to. I really don't. Like, I'd rather you do some shady shit to me and then tell me that you did some shady shit to me than you just do some shady shit and then I have to find out about it somewhere else, because that, like, having vulnerability and being able to admit when you're wrong are super important traits to me. Traits that I am hard on myself about, you know, staying true to those things. So, yeah. But I went to my ultrasound appointment today. Girl, when I walked in there, I was ready to bust out in tears. Because I was just so overwhelmed. And then I had another situation that I'll discuss in the near future. But I'm not gonna say I hate. I just get disappointed when I literally put somebody on game and let them know what they should do in order for them to get the results that they want. And then they go so long without doing them. And then once they're in the tight bend, they expect me to now bend to make them straight, when I already have so much of my own life going on. And it's disappointing for me to think, you know, like, wow, somebody like really not thinking about my feelings to an extent where I always think about people's feelings to where it is detrimental to my choices sometimes. But honestly, my intuition, I've never done anything that I truly felt was just like, oh my God, this is bad, but I'm gonna do it because it'll make you happy. Like, nah, nothing like that. But I'm definitely putting myself in situations that I didn't need to be in order to be there for somebody. So when I feel like I don't get the same back, and then it's the same people that keep trying to tell me that they care about me, it's a very sticky situation. It's very sticky and it's very emotional for me. Because I'm like, wow, you clearly didn't listen to anything I said. Or you did listen, and now since I'm the one that gave you advice, you expect me to come back to me and me be the one that's gonna fix everything. Can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. And that's the point where you draw the line of, okay, this is bad for me, so I shouldn't even partake in this kind of thing. But all of that to say is that I had an ultrasound today, my first ultrasound ever. This whole entire time I've been like extremely nervous about, you know, the health of my baby and like my baby and everything, because it's inside of my stomach and I can't see it. So I can't like be like, oh, this is this and that's this. Like I can't say that because I can't see in there unless I go to the doctor, you know, where they can see. So today I went to get my ultrasound. Look at these little pictures. First of all, we thought I was 10 weeks. I'm actually 14. So when I came in and the baby was this big, I was literally like, that's a giant. That's a little giant. Look at that little cute face. But to have this and to now like know that my child is safe and comfortable in my tummy, like just growing and being a little baby, I just feel really like, I feel really good now. All the things that was stressing me out and stuff like that, I've now found it hard for me to be upset. And now, more so than ever, I feel very confident in winning in life. I just feel very confident in winning, succeeding, whatever you want to refer to it as. I feel so good about everything. And every fear that I had went away. Every insecurity that I had, I feel like literally just flushed out of my system once I went to the ultrasound today, y'all. It's crazy. It's fucking nuts, man. I dropped food on my leg. But yeah. I just feel really happy and blessed right now. I really do. And I look good as hell. Like, I look fine. I haven't like done my hair in a long time. I haven't like put mascara on and put lipstick on in a long time. Now let me tell you, I feel good on the inside and I feel good on the outside. Like, I'm really happy that I'm very expressive with my emotions, and regardless to if I know everything's gonna be okay, I still allow myself to feel how I feel. Like, I never suppress my feelings. And that's what was scaring me this morning, was that everything felt like so much that I just wanted to shut down from everybody. Like, I really just felt like I was like, okay, I'm just done talking, because I know that my feelings are valid and I'm allowed to feel how I want. But also at the same time, I can't keep thinking the worst. For a point of my life, thinking the worst was, I'm going to think about this possibly happen, and then I'm going to accept what happens and prepare for the next step. Lately it's been like, okay, I expect this to happen. I expect this to be bad. It's gonna be bad. I need to figure out another plan. Well, that's not the case. I'm actually really blessed right now. Like, I'm blessed with so many things that I feel like an older version of myself would have took for granted. I'm not even done eating this. It's half a bowl. I only ever eat half a bowl. I'm definitely gonna save this for later because I might drive today for Lyft. Sorry if my thoughts or me talking was kind of everywhere today. It really was like a crazy change in my mood swings. Like to go from frustrated, well, sad when I woke up, sad, scared, uncomfortable, to frustrated, irritable, emotional, then to go fast as fuck back to being happy. Sorry, when there's strange men riding on bikes in my blind spot, when I'm in the forest, I like to see what they're doing, because motherfuckers are not against walking up your car. And if a bitch walk up on my car, I'm gonna treat you just like The Walking Dead. Like how they were in the fence and they was stabbing motherfuckers through the brains and shit. That's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do to your ass. Don't ever walk up on my car. Don't ever walk up on me. Like, present yourself. Address yourself. Address what the fuck you want before you walk up on me. To anybody who may see me in the future and may want to talk to me, just know that if you know me, I'm definitely open for conversation, but you gotta address yourself. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like ready to fucking attack. I'm just kidding. For the most part. But yeah, to go through all those stages of emotions, and then to go to my ultrasound and just like really be like, realize like, wow, you're overthinking everything. You're stuck in a state of mind that no longer serves you anymore. Like, rearrange your thinking. That was it. Rearrange your thinking. And yeah. Now that, I don't know, seeing my child was really just like a, wow. I don't really have time to be worried about anybody else and what the fuck they're doing and not doing. Because I have a whole child. I have a responsibility. I have a family. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to accomplish everything that I'm doing and that I want to do. Regardless. And that's period. So I'm no longer stressing myself out. I'm no longer giving myself unneeded anxiety. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, working, doing YouTube, working on my personal business, and yeah, I'm gonna keep moving in my own direction. I'm not about to let people's lack of self-awareness affect me and my feelings, because I'm in control at all times. And that's just it. So if you're ever feeling like you're not in control, you are. You have everything you need to survive. And you can have much more to thrive. You could obtain much more to thrive and survive. This year and every year after this is not just about surviving. It's about thriving for me. And in thriving, I will be surviving. So I don't even have to say surviving anymore. Because that's just a given, honestly, at this point. Like, do you see me? Like, girl, once y'all get a full breakdown of my life and all the things that I've been through, you guys will understand me and how I talk and why I say the things I say more than ever. So yeah, all of that to say is, if you're having a bad day, and we all have bad days, not saying that you can't have a bad day, don't let yourself sit in bad feelings or emotions. Allow yourself to come to peace with the things that are making you, unpeaceful, or whatever the word would be. Come to terms with those things and then figure out what you can do on your part to no longer feel that way. Because sometimes it is a matter of, am I gonna let this bother me? No, I'm not. Is this something that's harming me or affecting me? No, it's not. Is this something that I want in my life? Yes or no? If you choose no, leave it alone. If you choose yes, develop on the thought of, okay, how do I make this work now? How do I, for me, it's always, how do I come across more sensitive than insensitive? How do I put my pride and my ego to the side for the sake of feeling better rather than wanting to feel bad? Because sometimes I do get stuck in a place where I'm like, I just want to be mad right now. But being mad and unproductive they're not two good things to put together. So being mad and being productive, when you're productive and you're in a bad mood, you're automatically going to get yourself out of a bad mood. That's how it works for me. I'm assuming that it works for everybody else like that. I went to Panera and got agave lemonade because this shit is bomb. But yeah, ask yourself tougher questions and questions that you never ask yourself. Ask yourself the same questions that you're asking to everybody else. Because in that you will find peace of mind, and you will find a truer understanding for how you really feel on the inside. Because most times it's not other people, it's you. So be willing to say, when it's you. No copyright. But yeah, so I'm done eating now. It looks like it's about to rain, so I'm about to rush home so I can walk my dogs. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe because that will help me out so much. I'm really trying to get, I want an endless amount of subscribers, but I'm really trying to at least get monetized right now. I need to get monetized so that I can start doing lives on YouTube rather than on the platform Live Me. That's also where I stream live at, and I'll leave that name in the description below. If you have Live Me and want to check me out on there when I go live, I mostly cook and eat and pretty much just talk like how we do here. And sometimes we go out, we do stuff, we go shopping and shit. So subscribe, leave your comments down below. Ask me a question that you want to answer, that you want me to answer. It's something that you want to know about me or my life. I have no filter. So ask me anything you please. And please turn on your post notifications so you guys can get notified when I upload a new video, because my posting schedule right now is kind of all over the place. I like to film a bunch of stuff and then post it at the same time, which I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that and just have a regular posting schedule. But yeah, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for leaving your comments, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.